Hey guys, it's Kim here, and I am joined by Hannah.
Hello.
And we are in the Nintendo area, which is weird for you because you're not really a big Nintendo fan. Get out, foul beast.
I'm sorry.
Whereas I am the biggest Nintendo fan going, I think there is.
I think I'm the Ubisoft and you're the Nintendo.
Yeah.
And that's
so Hannah's just had to deal with me running around for the last hour like a child in a sweet shop, just going, oh my god! And she's like the kind of patient mother, just kind of going, what? I don't know. Is this the Pokey and the Moms? Donkey Kong? But anyway, yeah, so I had loads of hands-on.
You did,
starting with Splatoon, which was, I thought, a nice little kind of mini game.
I like that. That was good.
That was actually her first Wii U game ever.
Yeah, and I beat Kim both times, so
whatever.
You know.
I was getting used to the motion control sensors.
Yeah, whatever.
You know.
So was I.
So basically, it was 4v4, where you basically had to cover the world with ink, and you could use the ink to travel about as a squid. And the aim was to finish the map, having covered the map in more of your color than the other team. You could also take people out with like splatter bombs and stuff like that. So it was very chaotic, very fast, very fun.
Wasn't it?
I thought it was a very nice party game.
That's the kind of thing I like about Nintendo, is when they do, so again, like Smash Bros as well, those kind of games where you can sort of pick it up and play.
Yeah.
Obviously I like Pokemon as well, and I may now be converted to Kirby as well.
Oh my gosh, we'll come back to that in a second, because let's go straight to the main course, which is Super Smash Brothers. Oh my god. Just playing it, the guy handed me a GameCube controller, control pad, and I was just like, I feel like I'm a child again, because I used to play Super Smash Brothers so much on the N64 and on the GameCube, so playing it again after such a long hiatus was amazing. And I can tell you what, it feels perfect. It feels good. So I played as Link, you played as Pikachu.
Yes.
Yes, we also had a couple of new characters, like the yoga trainer, the villager for Animal Crossing, and I think there was a Pokemon in there as well, Ninja.
The Ninja one that's from one of the latest ones. I can't remember the name of.
The latest Pokemon Black 2. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. It's still the same kind of, I don't really know what's going on the screen, but I think I've just flown off. Wait, no, I'm still back on, and I've just stomped on your face. I managed to beat the dev at one point, which was amazing.
I did a thing as Mario as well. I did a super move. I have no idea how I managed it.
So this is brand new to the new Super Smash Brothers, is that you can, if your character glows as a certain color, you can activate a super amazing move that basically smashes everyone off the screen. It was unfair.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to aim with it.
No,
it's
literally just fills the screen and everyone's screwed. Like, one of the devs also played as Star Fox and activated his super move. He summoned a massive tank, flying tank thing, that just filled the screen and shot everyone off the side. It was insane and incredibly infuriating. We also played on the new Animal Crossing level, the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword inspired level. All were really fun, really pretty, and also quite irritating because they moved a lot and they dropped and they fell away and they changed.
I like that.
Yeah, it adds to the action, it adds to the challenge. It really means that everything is shifting like every single second. So even though, like, you know, say I'm a stronger player than you because I've been playing it for longer.
Yeah, exactly.
But there were points where I was really struggling to fight you.
And I was just concentrating on jumping and not fighting.
So she got the edge on me. So it is quite a cool way of leveling out the playing field.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
One of the new items that is just as infuriating as the game it's been taken for is the blue shell. I got hit with the blue shell. It smacked me once, didn't do too much, and then followed me around the screen and then smashed me off. It was horrible. Like watching your death incoming, you know, just following you around and then smashing you off. It was horrible.
It was brilliant.
It was horrible.
It was brilliant.
So well done, Nintendo. Well done.
Good
so
job.
Moving on from Super Smash Brothers, we are going to Hyrule Warriors. Now, I was not expecting to like this one, because I played a lot of Dynasty Warriors, and I must admit, I don't really like, you know, I don't know, I loved Dynasty Warriors when I first played it, but the later games, more and more it came out, I just got very tired of it. I thought it was the same formula, the same game that I played over and over and over again.
I can see where you're coming from with that. I can see why you'd think that.
So when they said, oh, we're mixing Dynasty Warriors with Legend of Zelda, I was like, oh no, why, you sellouts. But that said, having played it, I played as Link. You could also play as Zelda in the demo.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Good.
It was so much fun, like smashing through waves and waves and waves of bad guys, and the special moves you can pull off. So I thought I had a sword in one hand and the fire rod in the other hand, and there was some amazing combos that you could pull off.
Yeah.
And it was fairly intuitive. Like, I didn't really have any tutorials or anything like that, but once I kind of worked out a few combos, I was pretty quick to just pick it up.
It's a pretty basic combat system.
Yeah.
It's very few buttons, and then also I think is there the special with A
so you can
as
get
well?
special. So if you build up your special gauge, you can smash A, and there's basically a screen again, another screen filling move. In which case, with a fire rod, it kind of spun around and then blasted everyone off the side of the screen.
Really
and yeah, it felt really intuitive, so really quick to pick up, very satisfying, like incredibly rewarding for what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun with that, and it was nice as well for a Legend of Zelda fan to see. So I was on this battlefield in front of Hyrule, and I ended up linking up with Impa, and then also eventually teamed up with Zelda, who looks amazing in her kind of battle uniform.
Didn't she? She looked
looks
really good.
Really cool. It's a kind of cross between a dress and kind of long trousers.
I think she's got leggings and then just split a dress.
She looked amazing, like absolutely.
Yeah.
She looked like a kick-ass princess warrior. And then we fought King Dodongo, who's the first boss from the Deku Tree in Ocarina of Time. So it was great to see him again. He's still got the same weak point. You chuck those bombs into his mouth and he's done. So it was amazing as a Legend of Zelda fan to kind of... It felt a bit like a fan service in some ways. Like, I don't know if you know what was going on screen, but...
I know a little bit of it, because I've played some of them, but I didn't have... When I was younger, I didn't have a GameCube in that, so I was limited to the Game Boy versions of the games. So like... the Seasons and the Ages games and things like that, and the Minish Cap one. So I sort of got some of them, because there is a boss with a similar mechanic of throwing bombs. I mean, in the amount of games, there are quite a few throwing bombs. So I did sort of get what's going on, and I liked the fact that he was big as well. It was like a big boss fight, and it felt
like incredible, like, it really was a battleground. Like, in that way, Dynasty Warriors does get that right. It's just, like I said, I've been so tired with it because there's so many Dynasty Warrior games. So that was surprisingly really, really good for me.
So then, next up, played a bit of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Which is amazing. Basically, they've taken one of the mini levels from Super Mario World 3D, which came out at Christmas, and it's just this level where it's a sort of cuboid world, puzzle world, where you control Captain Toad. He can't jump. He can literally just move forward. So you have to solve like this kind of 3D world and get around it and get all the traps and the tricks and get all the coins and get to the star at the end. And to be honest, it was one of my favorite things about Super Mario 3D. I love that they've made a whole game. So the only thing I'm really worried about is that how can that make a whole game? Because it was really nice as a mini game. So how many levels will they have in the full game? That we're waiting for information on that, more information as it's being developed. But I love it. I really enjoy it.
It was really nice. You looked like you were having so much fun.
I was.
And there were loads of like
so cute.
He is very cute. There was so many like different little secrets, weren't there as well, which I like, because it's not just a straightforward, here's what the map is. You have to, if you explore, you get rewarded, which is really nice.
Yeah, so, that's brilliant. So moving on from that, next up we played Kirby, which is the working title. So it's like a clay plasticine art style.
It's a bit, it's like stop motion sort of plasticine of ye olde days, but computer.
And this one was more on the Wii U pad. So basically you had to tap Kirby to make a move and then draw in yarn for him to follow up.
So a little bit like the 3DS sort of versions, because I've played it on the 3DS, or maybe even the DS.
That was great. It was a little bit infuriating for me just because I think I needed a bit more practice.
Yes,
to time making Kirby speed up and then drawing in the yarn in the right area to make him move in the right way.
It's all about practice, isn't it? It's just learning where to draw. So
it felt to me a little bit like Sonic as well, in that sense that there was a big old kind of platform world, and you could go anywhere. So if you went high, you'd find things. If you went low, you'd find more things. So it would take probably a few more playthroughs to really kind of discover what is in each level. And there were different things like little springs you could jump on. So to me, it really was Sonic mixed with Kirby.
You said all that. It was
plasticine Sonic Kirby, and Kirby again, adorable. Like, I think Nintendo really have pushed out the "this is so cute" bucket this year, because next up that we also played was Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which was also cute.
Oh, yes. Very cute.
So again, that was played on the Wii U pad, and it was like you said, it was like Lemmings, and I think that was the perfect description.
Is it loads of little mini games? Is that the whole concept? So the one we saw was lemmings, basically, but not.
Yeah, so you had to we had to control 2 little mechanical Marios and draw out the path for them, and then depending on how many bridge pieces we picked up, we could use those or we couldn't use those. So it was all in the timing and the panicking and the logistical thinking.
Yeah, and not getting Marios killed.
Yeah, and not panicking, which I did. Panicked my face off a little bit.
You couldn't tell. You did very well, so good job, Kim.
Brilliant. So, yeah, I thought that was great. Again, my other worry is, like, how much is there? Because if it's mini games, that's more suited to 3DS to me. So, you know, how many... But again, more information will be coming out over the following months.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so really, I loved everything that I played here today. And we've seen also, over the shoulder, we've seen Yarn Woolly Yoshi. Yoshi, Woolly,
Yarn Woolly Yoshi.
Yarn Woolly Yoshi. So they've given him the Kirby yarn treatment and turned it over to Yoshi, and that looked as adorable as ever.
It does look very cute. I can see it from here.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. And there was also Mario Party 10, which I am so hot for because I love Mario Party. And again, I think it's an amazing game for us to play in the office.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It gets so competitive, like sometimes worse than Mario Kart. So I think we should totally play that one that comes out. And there, what else? There was so many others. Pokemon. All the Pokin and the Mons. The thing is, I said to the PR, like, I can't get my head around the fact that Black and White 2 are just out, and now we have a new Pokemon as well.
There's so many.
Yeah, there's so many.
I cannot catch them all at this rate.
So
I cannot.
Nice.
I can't.
Nice. There was also the Mario Maker, which is where you can design, it's sort of like Little Big Planet meets Mario. You can design your own levels and send them out to play, and that's a really interesting idea as well. So it seems to me that Nintendo are really kind of experimenting with their IPs, with their mascots, with like Mario and Kirby and Yoshi.
A lot of them were getting a bit stale, dare I say. So it is nice to see them branching out and
so maybe we'll see a Mario FPS next, you know? Or Yoshi survival horror.
It would be, I would pay to see that because I guess
the survival horror would be Luigi's Mansion, so we kind of got that already.
I want a darker Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion. Well, he's done the Death Star in Mario Kart, so I think, you know, he's a dark horse. Yeah, that Death Star. And on that note, so that's the roundup. For me, I would say that my favorite game that I played here today would actually be, it's going to be joint top. It would be Super Smash Brothers and Hyrule Warriors, which surprised me because I was so ready to not really care about Hyrule Warriors, but look at him. Isn't he magnificent? And also means there's new artwork posters for my room.
He's got a blue scarf. That's because what she's excited about.
He's part of the Helian army now. So there we go. Army effort. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me and for indulging my inner child as I ran around screaming.
That's all right. Thank you for inviting me to watch your inner child run around screaming.
That sounds worse than it actually was.
That does sound worse, yeah.
Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.